All right. I'm back. And we are live. We are live. So, hello to everybody. I'm kind of late. I'm about 12 minutes late from schedule. I actually I came home from work. I had to go and pick up some things. The baby needed some diapers. I had to go and get that. And I was so tired, man. I was watching the Arsenal Newcastle game throughout the whole thing and, fell asleep a little too, in between the second half. But I did catch most of the game. But I'm here, man. I'm here. So big up to everybody. Just back to do more week 18 predictions because week 18 was kind of cut in half, and week 18 sandwiched week 19. And there's a few rearranged fixtures in between there where Man City will play Aston Villa, a postponed fixture from week 1. So big up to everybody in here right about now. We got Queelan Garcia in here. Dom for real, the best YouTuber. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thriller from Manila, bro. Listen, man. I told you the game would be worth watching. Arsenal picking up a really good win there. They needed that, and they continue their momentum. That's what now. Is that what 4 games or 4 games unbeaten? Arsenal have been doing the damn thing. So let me talk about the Arsenal Newcastle game before we get into anything, guys. So they recently beat Newcastle 2-0 at the Emirates in the FA Cup third round. And in that game, Smith Rowe and Aubameyang scored in extra time. That game went the full distance to 120 minutes. And then they played Crystal Palace to a 0-0 draw. Before that, Arsenal, after losing 4-1 in the EFL Cup quarterfinal to Man City and losing to Everton, they actually start bouncing back against Chelsea with that brilliant 3-1 win. It was not until Arteta started putting Bukayo Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, and these guys into the 11 more consistently that Arsenal have seen a turnaround. That's a 3-1 win against Chelsea, a 1-0 win against Brighton, and that's an away win. They won 4-0 away to West Brom as well. They beat Newcastle. They drew to Crystal Palace, and now they defeated Newcastle again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually 5 Premier League games without a loss. 3 on the trot, 4 wins on the trot in our comps, a draw, and now a win. Arsenal, they're doing the damn thing, man. They're doing the damn thing. So they wait one of Shrewsbury or Southampton, who have to play the FA Cup third round game tomorrow. And they play that match this coming Saturday. After that, they have Southampton. So they could get Southampton 2 days, 2 match days in a row, 3 days apart, one in the FA Cup, one in the league. And then they got United, Wolves, Villa. There's a lot of big games coming up for Arsenal. So if they are to do anything, they would have to just continue, playing out of their skins like they have been lately. So that's a fair assessment of what Arsenal have just done. And that's the best way I could put it. But in today's game, where I think I did predict Arsenal to pick up a win, if I'm not mistaken, I have to start writing down my predictions. You know what I mean? I haven't been doing that. And I can't remember every single predictions that I made. So in today's match, Arsenal defeated Newcastle 3-0, courtesy of a brace by Aubameyang. He scored in the 50th minute. The brace sandwiched a brilliant goal by Bukayo Saka in the 60th and Aubameyang again in the 77th. It could have been more. It could have got uglier. Aubameyang, I think, hit the post twice. Lacazette, I think, got a shot. These guys got a couple shots blocked and saved. So it could have got uglier. Arsenal with 20 shots at goal, 6 on target. They had 67% of the ball. They control the majority of the game. Newcastle did get a few breakaways, a few decent set plays down in Arsenal's third of the field. But with only 4 shots at goal, 1 on target, 33% of the ball, they were quite poor in the game. And their dip continues, man. They have not been very good. And recently in a live stream, I did talk about how bad Newcastle have been and the fact that Steve Bruce is under pressure and he could be the next manager sacked. He is in the hot seat right now. You see what I mean? So I think with the whole takeover talk that has been going on for the last 2 years or so, it could potentially affect the club because you want to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like being at a job and you've been hearing about this big raise that you guys supposed to get, like a $5 raise per hour, and because of something going on, and you're like, it's like, where is the raise? And it starts affecting you, like you're like, oh man, might as well don't even bother. It affects work performance, so Newcastle have been terrible. Newcastle have been so terrible, they were the first team this season to lose to Sheffield United. They are slipping into the relegation talk. 3-0 against Arsenal, 1-0 loss to Sheffield, 2-0 loss in the cup to Arsenal, 2-1 loss to Leicester, 0-0 draw against Liverpool. That's a good result. 2-0 loss against Man City, 1-0 loss in the Carabao Cup to Brentford, 1-1 draw against Fulham. They lost 5-2 against Leeds. The last time they won was the 12th of December when they defeated West Brom. You see that? So they have been horrible, man. They have been horrible. And they did defeat Crystal Palace before then. And that came after, two back-to-back losses against Southampton and Chelsea, beat Everton. But they're not doing too well. They're not doing too well. They have dropped down to 15th. They got 19 points. They're still in a goodish position, seeing that they have racked up 5 wins already. You know what I mean? Numbers on the board is numbers on the board, but no wins in their last 5. They starting to get into that region where they could start to panic a bit because, Burnley, Brighton sitting right there, and they could fall down to 17th. They'd still have a nice 7-point cushion between themselves and Fulham, but still 7 points could disappear in 3 games. You know what I mean? But I like to say that Arsenal played well. Arsenal played very, very well. I've been very impressed with Arsenal since they were able to turn their fortunes around. I've been very, very impressed with Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta, under a lot of pressure there, he was able to go back to the drawing board and use guys like Saka and Smith Rowe to, to his advantage. Aubameyang, since he signed the thing, he has not been that good. But lately, he has been, picking up a few goals here and there, one in the cup. And now this brace today will do his confidence a whole lot of good. You saw him pulling out the somersaults and all of that. And, we could start seeing that old Aubameyang again. And this guy, Bukayo Saka, man, look, if he continues playing the way he's playing, he could become an Arsenal legend. Because no need for them to ever want to sell him. Came through the academy, he would want to stay with Arsenal for a very long time. So Saka, he has a nice name and all. Saka is a very nice name, very stylish name, very marketable name. And, he will be around for a while. Emil Smith Rowe as well. He was on the outskirts for most of the season, not being not being used. And who knows, maybe he would have been heading out on loan, but bam, he bounced back and, he's playing beautifully, man. You know what I mean? He's playing damn well. In today's game, Cedric started ahead of Bellerin and Cedric had a good game. Cedric is a decent player. It was just that it was a weird move that they brought him in at Arsenal. You see what I mean? And he played well today. That ball almost went out when he pulled it back for that one of those goals. I think that was, let me make sure I get that right. Let me make sure I get that right. That Cedric assist was for the Aubameyang goal, the last goal. Emil Smith Rowe set up Saka, and Thomas Partey put through Aubameyang for that counter-attacking goal that came from a Newcastle set piece that they squandered and Arsenal were all over Newcastle on the day, man. All over them. It was a kind of weird 11 that, Steve Bruce put out. They have been struggling a lot since the whole COVID-19, thing just ravaged the camp. No Saint Maximin yet. He has been out for some time. I think he had COVID-19 and then he picked up an injury. I don't even know what's going on with this man right about now. But when you have Wilson, Carroll, and Joel Linton on the field at the same time, it shows that they are very, very short of options. Shelby, Matty Longstaff in the middle ahead of his brother Sean. It's kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? Like what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Newcastle started the season so well and they have just fallen off big time. Elliot Anderson made his debut, came up from the Newcastle on the 23s. Jeff Hendrick and Jacob Murphy came off the bench. For Arsenal, the subs were Willian, Gabriel Martinelli, and Mohamed El Neni to give Thomas Partey a little rest. So, well played, Arsenal. Nicholas Pepe, an unused sub. Crazy. You brought in a man for 70-something mil, and he's not even being used. Also, I like to say, big up to Robert Holden, who recently signed a new contract. He has been playing very, very well. He has been Arsenal's main man at the back. Leno in goal, hardly tested. Kieran Tierney back from injury. Xhaka solid in the middle. And, also like to mention that Mesut Ozil is on his way to Fenerbahce. So all the best to Mesut Ozil. It's sad, that he left in such a fashion. And, I wish him all the best on his new adventure in Turkey. You know what I mean? The Fenerbahce fans must be pumped up about that. Must be really, really pumped up. So big up to everybody in here, man. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. We have somebody hitting the dislike already. I appreciate you as well. So who do we have in here, man? Let me shout out the guys in the chat right now. I actually took a listen to yesterday's live stream, like at work. I listened to the whole live stream while doing my work. And I think I did a great job yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed with the job I did. I was like, wow, that was impressive, Dominic. Oh man, keep up the good work. You know what I mean? But yeah, so big up to Thriller from Manila in here. He said, I think Newcastle are definitely in a relegation battle. They're not there just yet. They're not there just yet. As I mentioned, they got that 7-point cushion right now. But as I said, that 7-point cushion could disappear in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Doug says it is too premature to say they are in a relegation battle. That's a question. Yeah, it is very immature. So Mamadou Jabi says, how am I doing? I'm doing fine. 2021 has got off to a rough start, but I'll be okay, man. I'm just here in my fresh jersey. I bought these jerseys a while ago, Bought these jerseys a while ago. I was supposed to do a little clothing haul type of thing to just show you guys, some fresh football inspired gear that I bought and all of that, to make the videos look nice and just to have some style and swagger, you know what I mean? Because presentation is everything. But, I never got around to it and I'm just pulling them out right about now. So big up to Yusuf Marcy, who says Dom equal legend. Yusuf Marcy, you need I need to actually start giving you some help on your YouTube channel. I was watching one of your videos the other day. You got potential, but you're just doing some things wrong, but you got potential, and you were right with the whole Shaqiri starting the game against Man United. All right, so big up to Yusuf Marcy. You got a nice little YouTube channel going. He's young, but he will only get better. You would only get better, Yusuf. So we have big up to AD744, who also have a little channel of his own, Barcelona fan, Michael Olapido. We have B2K Julian. What's up, B2K Julian? Coming all the way from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Sam CD Camera, big up to you. We have Liverpool Football Club. Where do you think Liverpool would finish at the beginning of the season? My prediction was third, and that's where I think they will finish third. Big up to Doug. He says, I love your top, Dominic. Guys, don't forget to check out Doug's football channel as well. You know, doing his damn thing. Budding, nice budding channel. Big up to Doug. And big up to Obi OKK. So big up Obi. Obi says, Obi, thanks for dropping the $5 super chat, by the way. It means a lot. You know, even though I don't agree with everything you say, sometimes, you know, I still have to just, you know, let's agree to disagree on things, basically. You know what I mean? We're not gonna see eye to eye all the time. You see what I'm saying? So look, Obi says, I don't see City beating Aston Villa. My prediction is a draw, but if City slacks, what happened to Liverpool will happen to them. Villa is on fire. Obi, 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 bro. I know you want that to happen. You know, I know you want it to happen, Obi, but that is wishful thinking. Okay, that is wishful thinking. You know what I mean? That is very wishful, and that is also sinful too, because the way City have been playing, I don't know, bro. So look, I will get back to that, Obi, but let's just wrap up and close the Arsenal Newcastle chapter. Well played, Arsenal. They were good in all departments, and they picked up a well-deserved 3-0 win. Clean sheet, that's a plus. Arsenal are now 10th with 27 points. Arsenal are catching up with the bunch. 27 points. So the teams that are in the top 6, top 7-ish area right now can't slip up. Arsenal are on your heels right now. They have 4 wins, you know, unbeaten in their last 5. So respect to Arsenal there. As for Newcastle, 19 points. They're 15th, and they are in a spot of bother right now, and they need to wiggle themselves out of that. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to get back to Obi's statement here. That's on screen right now. Let's get back to this. Obi, Liverpool got smashed 7-2 by Aston Villa. Am I right? Am I getting this one right? And I don't think it is possible. It's not possible. It is not possible that it can happen to see. It's just not possible. I know Liverpool thought that that would never actually happen, you know what I mean? And it did happen. But come on, let's be real here. Let's be real here. This is Man City you're talking about. And this is, you know, look at the run that City have been on. You see what I mean? Come on. You know what? Come on, man. We really can't even. I can't fathom the thought that could happen to City, and I know Liverpool fans felt the same way, and that was on the same day that Man United got smashed 6-1, and the game, that United Tottenham game, was before the Liverpool Aston Villa game, and United fans were laughing. Liverpool fans were laughing at United and all of that, and what ended up happening? They got smashed 7-2 like an hour later. So, you know what I mean? Chill with that. That won't happen to Man City. And I will get to the Aston Villa game. I will be talking about that game very, very soon. I will be touching on that game. So the game that we're going to talk about first, we're going to get into these Premier League predictions right now. So big up to everybody in here. If I haven't given you a shout out, you know, keep, you know, dropping good comments in the chat, and I will definitely acknowledge you. And guys, don't forget, super chats guarantees that your comments are read out loud and addressed, you know, live on screen. Remember that. Just like Obi, just like what Obi did. But very good. I like that. Don't get me wrong, Obi. I like it. He says anything could happen in football. I like that you're talking up Aston Villa, you know what I'm saying? I like that. You see what I mean? So keep it up. Keep it up, Obi. Think about something. Think about another good one. Think about another good one, and I will address it. So, look, let's go. let's go. We have a few fixtures in the middle of the week. This is match week 18 continued. Sandwich, match week 19. And we are gonna get into these fixtures quickly. So tomorrow we have West Ham United versus West Bromwich Albion. West Ham versus West Brom. Okay, so let me get to this fixture so I could get all my facts and everything. The fact that all the fixtures got messed up and everything, it's like all over the place on the Transfermarkt website that I actually use to get everything. So I have to like go back and so I could get these games. So West Ham versus West Brom. So West Ham are actually 10th in the league. Well, no, they're not 10th in the league. That's at the time they were supposed to play West Brom. So this thing is not so intuitive, to be completely honest, but it works. West Ham are ninth. They got 29 points. And West Bromwich Albion are 19th with 11 points. So that's an 18 point difference there. Sam Allardyce. We're going to talk about Sam Allardyce here. We're going to talk about David Moyes. Two managers who are in different seats. Sam Allardyce is in the hot seat. He has to deliver. I heard that somebody was saying, did Sam Allardyce take a job too many? Like, Sam Allardyce was just chilling, thinking that, you know what? He was just probably chilling, saying, I'm going to just wait. Somebody will call me. Somebody's team will need fixing sooner rather than later. And bam, he got the call from West Brom. And he has not done a bad job so far, seeing that, he just taken over West Brom in December. So his results so far, a 3-2 win against Wolves, his first victory. Blackpool did defeat West Brom in the FA Cup on penalties. They lost to Arsenal. They lost to Leeds, and those losses were bad. 4-0 and 5-0. But that draw against Liverpool, oh man, that was a good draw. And it was a horrible loss to West Brom. So Sam Allardyce came in and he's been so-so, you know what I mean? Three big losses. He conceded what? That's a total of 12 goals to nil in 3 losses. 1-1 against Liverpool and 3-2 win against Wolves. So that's okay. That's 4 points. That is 4 points, but he need a lot more points. And could this West Ham game be another match where he pick up some points? We are going to get into this. We are going to go deeper in this fixture here. So look, right now, the last time these two teams met was in 2020. Early 2020, 4th round of the FA Cup. West Brom defeated West Ham 1-0. I could actually remember doing a prediction video and predicting West Brom to defeat West Ham because back then in the championship, West Brom was actually doing very, very well on the Slaven Bilic. Hence the reason why they got, straight promotion by placing second. The previous game came in the Premier League before West Bromwich Albion were relegated, the 2017-18 Premier League season. That season when Man City got 100 points, West Brom was relegated that season. And they were undefeated. Well, no, I got that wrong. They lost one game. They lost the game away and drew the home game. And before that, it was a draw and a draw and a win, a big 4-2 win. So they have had some success against West Ham recently. In the last 5 games, they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. So that's not bad. That's not a bad return from West Brom at all against West Ham in their last 5 games. Their all-time Premier League results read 20 games, 4 wins for West Brom, 7 wins for West Ham, and 9 games ending in a draw. So this is a fixture that have a lot of draws. A lot of draws. So almost 50% of the games ended in a draw. That is significant. That is a significant thing to actually recognize. Home matches for West Ham, they have only lost once to West Brom at home, and they have been 6 draws. West Ham has 3 wins. So this game does have draw written all over it based on history and recent, meetings between these two teams. But, I have a feeling there might be a winner here. I have a feeling because this West Ham team has been in very, very good form. They have been very, very impressive this season. And, you got to recognize that. In their last 5, they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, picking up 8 wins this season. 8 wins. That's only 1 win less than last season's champions, Liverpool. Remember that. 1 single win less than Liverpool. So that is very important to recognize. They have 5 draws, but the bad, stat is 5 losses. Remember when West Ham went through that very difficult patch, those very difficult fixtures where they picked up a lot of points, so that's why they're on 29 points this season and they don't have to worry about being in the relegation talk or anything. In terms of Sam Allardyce versus West Ham, he has played 17 games, picked up 7 wins, 5 draws, and 5 losses. His record against David Moyes is not good. 23 games, he have lost 13 times, draw 3 times, and win 7 games. So David Moyes has the edge going in here. He has the edge. His record against West Brom reads 23 games, 12 wins, 2 draws, 9 losses. So both managers, very, very so-so against each other's teams. And Sam Allardyce against David Moyes is not a very good record. So West Ham United here. Players to watch, Mikel Antonio, of course. You have to mention Declan Rice in the middle of the field there. Who knows when Said Benrahma is going to explode. And they have Pablo Fornals, who is a live wire in the wings as well. And they have so many decent players this season, the likes of Kufal and Shusek, the Czech, brigade there. And Fabianski in goal. We know how good he is. Agbana in defense have been solid this season. West Ham is going to be a difficult team to defeat here. Cresswell, you know what he could do on the dead ball situations. But for Sam Allardyce, are they going to bring in a striker? They did bring in Colin Grant, but he has not lived up to expectations. They did pay some, good money for him too, and he has not produced. Snodgrass came in. Is he the catalyst to, help save West Brom this season? I don't think so. I think West Brom, they need to spend some more money if they are going to survive. They need a striker up top who's going to just bang in goals for fun. And, or they could continue with Callum Robinson and winning penalties and, look for other guys like Pereira and Grozicki, et cetera, to supplement the attack. So with all that said, guys, that was a lot to say. But with all that said, it's time for me to let you know my prediction. I have to let you know my prediction right now. For West Ham, let's analyze their home form. They will be at home. They won against Burnley 1-0. They drew to Brighton. They drew to Crystal Palace. They did lose to United, but beat Aston Villa at home. They beat Fulham at home. They drew to City at home. Defeated Wolves. They have been really good. Defeated Hull. They have been good at home. Defeated Charlton. They have been good. They did lose to Newcastle, but they have been good at home. They have been very, very good at home. And, West Brom, could they go get back-to-back wins? Could they get back-to-back wins? Maybe. I didn't expect them to win their last game against Wolves, and they did. But my prediction for this one here, I have a feeling West Ham, since they lost that FA Cup game, they might have that on their minds and everything. And I think it's going to be a West Ham United win here. I'm going to say 2-1. Mikel Antonio on the score sheet again, and maybe a header from Ogbonna. And West Brom would get another penalty. That's my prediction. 2-1. So we have Doug coming in with the 2-1 prediction as well, man. Doug coming in with the 2-1 prediction. So what I'm gonna end up doing, this person, whoever they are, mini cute, blocked from the channel again for dumb spamming in the comments for no reason. So I think this mini cute person might actually be somebody from the past who just came back and made a new name and tried to, it's just an imposter, basically, trying to act like they're a girl or something, but pretty stupid, if you ask me. Jordan Hyman, 2-1 to West Ham. Shusek, 1-0 to West Ham, says JJ. Got Yusuf Morsi saying a 1-0 win to West Ham. I do agree. West Ham finishing. I thought you said West Ham. I was like, whoa. United finishing third there. Whoever predicted that, it wasn't me. But what else are you guys saying in the chat here? Oh man, I have to go through so many spam comments here, man. It's a good thing Minicute got blocked out of here again. So what else we got here? Should have some new comments here. B2K saying a 1-1 draw. I won't be surprised if the game ends in a draw either. But I think West Ham has the momentum here. And I'm going to go with David Moyes and West Ham to pick up another win and go up to 32 points and, just stay within reach of the big boys who are just around that region as well. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. When I do the roundup, we will talk about this fixture a lot more. So the next game that we are actually going to move on to would be, let me find my list again. Leicester City versus Chelsea. This is a huge game. This is a huge game because Leicester right now are third. They're unbeaten in their last 5 games. They have been playing very well. They have 11 wins. They have chalked up 11 wins. That's, again, I must mention this, but that's 2 wins more than the defending champions. I have to use the defending champions as a benchmark to what I compare other teams to. I have to. This is impressive. They do have 5 losses, 2 draws. The 5 losses is not good enough. But this is a team that did spank Man City 5-2 early on in the season. So Leicester City doing very, very well, in very, very good form. Coming off of a brilliant 2-0 win against a gritty Southampton team who has been playing well this season. They defeated Stoke 4-0, Newcastle 2-1 due to Crystal Palace, due to United, defeated Tottenham, and they have been in good form since that 2-0 loss to Everton. But before that Everton loss, they were spanking teams still. You know what I mean? So Leicester, they are a team that I think deserves to get a top 4 spot after what they have done over the last few seasons. You know what I mean? I think they deserve that. They deserve that. Last season, they could have got that top 4, but they just fell apart on the last day. Let's say the last 10 games after Project Restart, Leicester, they were just horrible. They were just horrible. So I like the type of football they're playing right now. Guys like Tillemans, Madison, Vardy, looking good. Harvey Barnes chipping in with a few goals here and there. Also, big up to James Justin, the fullback. I think this is his breakout season, benefited from the injury to Pereira, injuries to, the likes of Fuchs, not much competition, and the departure, of course, of Ben Chilwell, who went to Chelsea. With that being said, Ben Chilwell will be coming up against his old team. So that's going to be one to actually look forward to. And since you're mentioning Leicester versus Chelsea, I want to actually throw in the fact that, former Leicester City Now, Chelsea player Danny Drinkwater is going out on loan to Kasim Pasa in Turkey. Leicester really got some good money for Danny Drinkwater. I don't know what Chelsea were thinking. They spent a whole lot of money on Danny Drinkwater, man, and it did not work out. It didn't work out at all. You know, talk about a finesse. That's one of the biggest finesses of all time, if you ask me. Danny drink. Let me drink some water on that one. What a finesse. What a finesse, man. But anyways, Leicester City, very good form. We can't say the same thing for Chelsea. Chelsea are now 7th in the league. They do have 2 wins in their last 5, but there are 2 losses sprinkled in there and a draw. Chelsea got to get their act together. We expect better from Chelsea after the type of business they did in the transfer window, where they brought in a whole school of players, and we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that in the, you know what I mean, on the field. We're seeing it in patches, glimpses here and there, but not very impressive. Not very impressive. This is the worst Chelsea have been in a very long time after 18 games. This is the worst tally of points. 29 points. Come on, man. Could do a lot better. I know a lot of other teams that are ahead of Chelsea. They haven't been much better than that. But still, though, we expected better of Chelsea. You brought in Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, who started his first, Premier League game. What? It was this season, right? He wasn't there for Project Restart. He was, I can't remember. But Ziyech, they brought in Thiago Silva, Edward Mendy, Ben Chilwell. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Chelsea should be maybe where Leicester is right now. But you could buy who you want. But if you're not choosing the right players to play, if you want to persist with Mason Mount all the time and you don't know when to use Giroud, Tammy Abraham, or Timo Werner, well, it's, you know what I mean? And the likes of Werner and Havertz haven't really hit the ground running. And then there was Havertz with the whole COVID-19 thing, has affected him a little. Chelsea have not been good. They have not been good. And their defense, again, their midfield, it can't be sorted out. Whether you want to play Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic. Yeah, they don't know. They don't. Lampard, like, he has, sometimes you wonder if this man even knows what he's doing. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? And like when he picks up a narrow 1-0 win against Fulham, he's like so relieved, like, whoo, 10 men Fulham. And you picked up a 1-0 win. Fulham should have got battered after Robinson got sent off. Like, come on here. You see what I mean? Come on here. So Chelsea got to get their act together. And if they are to continue with that momentum after that Fulham win, they got to beat Leicester. And they got to do that at the King Power Stadium. I don't think Leicester have been that good at home. I don't think they have been that good at home. But we will get back to that one. Big up to Doug for £99 super chat here. He says, 4 out of the last 5 between Leicester and Chelsea have ended in a draw. Also, Brendan Rodgers has never beaten Chelsea as a manager. Draw for me, 1-1. Thank you very much, Doug. Appreciate that. Appreciate the stats. I have not gotten into the stats yet, and I will get into the stats very, 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 very soon, where I give you guys an overview of, the history between the two clubs and all of that good stuff. But before we do that, let's just take a look at Leicester's home record. They did defeat Southampton at home in the last game. And before that, it was a 2-2 draw against United. So that's decent. They getting things, they act together at home, where you should actually be your most formidable. But the fact, guys, that there are no home fans to scare the away team, it's like you're playing on neutral ground. You see what I mean? It's like, okay, we are home, but there's nobody to actually make noise or anything. So what sense does it make? You see what I mean? You see? And when you play away, it's the same thing. So it's like neutral. You're playing on neutral ground. You see what I mean? So they did lose at home to Everton, but defeated Brighton at home, defeated Ajax Athens. They have, it hasn't been. They did lose to Fulham at home. So you see, but they did win to Wolves. So it's been so-so. It's been so-so. We could just come to the conclusion that it's been so-so because they lost to Villa. They have lost too many games at home. Lost to West Ham at home. Lost to Arsenal at home in the third round EFL Cup. They have lost too many games at home. That's the whole problem. They did lose to Chelsea at home in the FA Cup quarterfinals as well. So it's too many. It is too many home losses. Too many home losses. So the aforementioned FA Cup quarterfinal was the last time these two teams met, with Chelsea picking up that narrow 1-0 win. And before that, 3 Premier League games ended in draws, and they did, however, get an away win at Stamford Bridge. They met in the FA Cup 6th round in 2018, and Chelsea won it after extra time. Before that, it was a draw. And then before that, it was all wins for Chelsea. So the record have been a lot better. They have cleaned up their act against Chelsea, but it's been a lot of draws in there. Been a lot of draws. So we're not going to get into Chelsea's away form. We have just summarized how Chelsea have been doing. Everybody knows that Chelsea are underachieving this season after all the money that they have spent. You get what I'm saying? The all-time Premier League records, it reads 28 games, only 5 wins for Leicester, 9 draws, and 14 wins for Chelsea. So Chelsea have actually won 50%, approximately 50% of those matches, where a hefty amount of those games have ended in draws. So it does have draw written all over it, like Doug is saying right now. It does have a draw written all over it, but to be honest, guys, I won't be surprised if Leicester pick up a win here. The way they have been playing, I won't be surprised at all. I would not be surprised. This is a blockbuster game. Not that it would be. It is a blockbuster game. So, the home record for Leicester against Chelsea, 14 games, 7 wins for Chelsea. So Chelsea have, done very well on the road, winning 50% of their games, their road games against Leicester City, with Leicester only winning 3 and 3 games, 4 games ending in a draw. But throw the whole record out the window, man. Let's talk about the current form. Leicester are the form team right now. Chelsea are not. Leicester, the form team. Brendan Rodgers is under absolutely no pressure. Frank Lampard is under pressure. You see what I mean? You see how I'm assessing this right about now? Lampard is under pressure to deliver. Brendan Rodgers didn't go out last summer and spend a ton of money. Lampard did. So who's under pressure here? You see what I'm saying? Who's overachieving and who's underachieving? You see? Lampard underachieving. Brendan Rodgers overachieving like he did last season. So in 15 matches, hear this. You guys are going to love this. In 15 matches against Chelsea as a manager. Let me take a sip of my beer. Brendan Rodgers have never won a single game. This is a shocking stat. Never won a single game. He has 7 losses and 8 draws. Oh man, this is bad. Could he win his first game against Chelsea come this week? It's possible. It is quite possible. With the way they have been playing, it is quite possible. Jamie Vardy do a goal. Maddison clicking at the right time. Harvey Barnes, Tillemans. It is possible. So Janchu coming back in the mix. Schmeichel so solid in goal as usual. Could it happen tomorrow? Could it happen tomorrow? Lampard has never lost a game against Leicester. has never lost against Rodgers. He only faced Rodgers while Rodgers was the manager of Leicester, by the way. So, and I'm pretty sure that Brendan Rodgers, as a manager, have never won a game while Frank Lampard was a player too. Because we just heard a stat. So, look, man, let me hear what you guys have to say. I'm big up to everybody in here right now. We got 34 thumbs up. Guys, let's get the video to 50 thumbs up. Make sure you hit a like on the video. We'll definitely appreciate that. What do I need to do to convince you to like the video? If you're watching, smash the thumbs up button. Do that. You know what I'm saying? If you like the content, just hit the like. You know what I mean? So Thriller is saying Harvey Barnes is hot right now. I predict he goes into the score sheet again. So guys, leave your predictions right now. We have Donovan McCrabb all the way out of Germany saying 2-1 to Leicester. Ooh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Big up to Robert Robinson in the house here as well. Oh, man. Oh, boy. So, what are you guys saying here again? Let me see if I can find a good comment. Big up to Dupe, who says City. Thanks, Dupe, for making it known that City are hot right now. So, we got Robert saying a 2-2 draw. Let me see, a 2-2 draw right here. AD saying Leicester to win 2-1. Oh, man. You know what? This one is hard. So, Demo, big up to Demo Dre in the house, man. Demo Dre says 2 to Chelsea, Choker Rodgers. I don't want to play this one safe, you know. I don't want to play this one safe. I really don't want to play this one safe, man. Leicester are due a loss. They are due a loss. They've been playing well, but we know it's the Premier League, man. Sometimes form goes out the window, especially if it's a big game. I don't want to see no stalemate. I don't want to see a 0-0 draw. We won't get a 0-0 draw. There's too many attacking players on the field. These two teams, you know what I mean, play a quite open brand of football with Leicester, the more counter-attacking team than Chelsea. But, oh, man, where's it going to go? This one is tough. This one is tough to predict. This is tough. I can actually see Leicester winning the game and Frank Lampard being so disappointed. You know, Brendan Rodgers breaking down in tears like Ralph Hasenhuttl did against Liverpool. I could see that. I could see that happening. But I could also see both managers, you know, shaking hands at the end of the game, feeling satisfied with a draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. That's going to be my prediction. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw here. And that's final. 1-1 draw. I think that's a good prediction. Also, big up to Wesley Fofana. Came in from the French league there. Has been playing well. Very, very good young defender. Big up to him. He's only about 19. So I don't want to hear people telling me about how this player's young and that player's young when you got Wesley Fofana, you know, doing the damn thing at Leicester City. I don't want to hear it. Please. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Please. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Oh, so Twilla is saying I should write it down. Ooh, I should write it down. So I predicted a win for West Ham. I predicted a draw for this game. I don't actually have a pen right now. And I do have a marker. I am going to write it down. I am going to write it down. All right. I am going to write it down. I have a book here. I am going to write down my predictions. So definitely I should. Week 18. Week 18. What did I say for West Ham? A 2-1 win. 2-1 West Ham. West Bromwich Albion. Okay. And we had Leicester, Chelsea. 1-1. All right. So I wrote it down, guys. Thank you very much for reminding me to do that. Appreciate it. So yeah. So that's my prediction. And I see you guys are leaving predictions here. Errol Brown, big up to Errol Brown. He says 2-1 to Leicester. Guys, Brandon Rodgers never won a game against Chelsea, man. I don't know. Everybody seemed to think Anish Maka. Everybody seemed to think that Leicester actually, you know what I mean? Everybody seemed to think that Leicester gonna win the game. Let's see what happens, guys. Leicester get that away win. Let me see. Let me just verify something really quick here. The game will be at home. So yeah, just think, because Ricky Swift, it will be a home game. It will be a home game for Leicester. So Frank Lampard will get the sack. Okay. Adam Samble is saying, I think Chelsea are in poor form despite their last game. Frank Lampard must improve. Chelsea will lose. I don't think they will lose. The game will end in a draw. And I think Chelsea has a better chance of winning this game than you guys think. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. Again, big up to everybody in the house. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. And also big up to all the people who dislike the video. We got 3 dislikes. Appreciate it, man. Do appreciate it. Love it. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next game, because we can't talk about Leicester versus Chelsea forever, right? We can't do that. So we have some good games coming up here. We got some really, really good games coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got some good games coming up. I think I'm seeing here that the game between Aston Villa and Newcastle is scheduled for Saturday the 23rd. Wow, I didn't even know about that game though. I don't think I know that game. That was recently scheduled for Saturday. That wasn't in the schedule before. That definitely wasn't in the schedule before. Because let me see. Yeah, that wasn't in the schedule. I checked my thumbnail. I only have like 5 games on. That wasn't in the schedule. So yeah, they got us with that one. So we're gonna move on. We have a game here between Fulham and Manchester United. So before I go into this, guys, what do you think about Fulham versus Man United? Leicester went to Spurs and got a result. Yeah, but we have to keep that. We have to keep it in mind that Brendan Rodgers have never won a game against Chelsea. So look, talk to me, guys. Talk to me. United versus Fulham. Fulham versus Man United. It will be at Craven Cottage. A home game for Fulham against the mighty Man United. They have been mighty this season. They're on top of the table, 3 points ahead of Liverpool. And with this match, they have a chance to stretch that lead to 6 points. They have a chance to stretch it to 6 points. Liverpool will play the following day, Thursday, but United have been very, very good on the road. They haven't lost a game this season on the road, and it has a United win written all over it. You know what I mean? But I want to hear what you guys have to say right now. So we have Duhane Thompson is saying easy win for United. Easy win. Thriller is saying my head wants a draw for Fulham, but United are too good right now. So Debo is saying Fulham 0, Man U 3. We got 80 saying 1-0 to United, a 1-1 draw. Fulham have been drawing a lot of games lately. They have been drawing a lot of games, so you never know. But they did lose their last game to Chelsea because of a man sent off. And they won't have Anthony Robinson's pace to run down the left flank. They will have the guile of Joe. What's his name there? Damn, Joe. I had his name, that guy that scored the goals in the championship. Freaking, oh my God. Whatever his name is. The left back there. Somebody help me. I did have his name, and his name just deserted my brain, like right there. But his name is Joe something, man. They do have him to fill in. He has been short on game time. It's crazy, right? It's crazy how you do the business in the championship playoff final against Brentford, where Mr. Joe, whatever his last name is, I can't remember, scored a brace to take Fulham back to the Premier League. And when you get back to the Premier League, I think he was even a captain, if I'm not mistaken. And when you get back to the Premier League, you just dash me to the side like, Joe Bryan. Thank you very much, Robert. Love it. Yeah, I had the name and the name just disappeared. So, you know, it's crazy. So he will feature. He will feature. So Fulham, oh man, it's hard because what I mean, the guys up top are not taking their chances, man. I would prefer Bobby Reed plays where Cavallero plays and Cavallero just not play. Seriously. Put Bobby Reed where Cavallero plays and they would get the goals because Bobby Reed is way more clinical than Cavallero. But this guy Cavallero, man, so annoying. Ademola Lookman has to start the game. You gotta take the game to United early. You gotta take the game to them. But it's gonna be very, very difficult, man. It's gonna be very, very, very difficult. You see what I mean? So Thriller saying Bruno penalty 1, Fulham 0. Won't be surprised. Won't be surprised. Omario Stewart is saying Fulham will draw. Fulham have been picking up some draws lately, but right about now, being 18th in the table, even if they win their next game, they would still be in the relegation zone. These are the last results for Fulham. 1-0 loss to Chelsea, 1-1 draw to Tottenham. That was good. 2-0 win in the FA Cup third round against QPR. 0-0 draw against Southampton. 1-1 draw against Newcastle. 0-0 draw to Brighton. 1-1 draw to Liverpool. So look, if they could pick up a 1-1 draw against Liverpool, they beat Leicester City 2-1. They picked up a draw against Tottenham. They can pick up a draw against United. But the key is you got to keep Bruno Fernandes quiet and you have to stop Rashford, Martial, etc., etc. If a Dan James play on the counter, you got to stop them on that counter attack, man. They devastating on the counter, man. You got to deal with Pogba. You got to deal with McTominay, who's a very, very slippery customer. And he has been scoring a lot of early goals in the games recently. It is going to be tough for Fulham to squeeze out a draw here because United has been in imperious form on the road for sure. So this is going to be very, very difficult. So we're going to get into some stats here before I let you know my prediction. I already know who I think is going to win this game, and I will reveal it pretty soon. So in 28 all-time Premier League results, Man United has 20 wins. Fulham got 3 wins and 5 draws. At home against Man United, Fulham played 14 games. They won 2, draw 4, and won 8. So it would take a very, very good performance to play out their skins to go against all odds here, where Man United have won over 60% of their away games against Fulham and almost 75% of their all-time matches against Fulham. So with Bruno Fernandes playing so well against the smaller teams like Demo Dre did mention recently, look, I won't be surprised if we see a Maul in here. Seriously, I won't. I really won't. So Scott Parker, he never managed against United. This would be his first game managing against United. And for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he has 3 games, maybe when he was the manager of Cardiff, and he has 2 wins and a draw. He has never lost to Fulham. So, look, to keep a long story short, United are going to win this game. It could get ugly. It could get ugly, I'm telling you. It could get really ugly. It could get like 3 or 4-0 in the region of 3 and 4-0. But I'm going to go for a 3-0. If Fulham manages to squeeze out a draw somehow again, good luck on their behalf. But I'm not going to predict it. I'm going to go for United to win 3-0. And with that win, United would go up to 40 points, being the first team this season to hit the 40-point mark. And they will be safe from relegation, of course, but they're top of the table. They're leading the charts. They're leading the talk of the team that is going to win the title this season. But it is only talk. And we all know talk is cheap. They have to go on the field and they have to do the business. And they got to do it consistently for 19 more matches. We would be halfway through the season. Halfway after that game against Fulham. So good luck to both teams, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to prevail over Scott Parker. He could park the bus as much as he wants. I don't think they're going to win, nor even pick up a draw. But if they do, kudos to them. I will come back and I will talk about it in the roundup that would actually come this Thursday. I have to do the roundup this Thursday morning. Even though Liverpool are playing Burnley Thursday evening, I will talk about that game when it's done and then talk about it again, the Friday when we do predictions for, you know what? As a matter of fact, I may have to do the roundup on Friday. I may do the roundup on Friday since we don't have Premier League games this weekend that we have to actually cover. I think this is an FA Cup weekend, so I do have a little wiggle room there. And we have Premier League matches coming back next Tuesday. So I do have some wiggle room, so I'm happy about that. I don't need to do a live stream to talk about the FA Cup. I could talk about the FA Cup on Friday when I do the roundup. So that is good. That is very good. That is very, very good. So what are you guys saying in the chat right now? We have, let me see, 4-0 to United, says Koza Clapper. Jordan Hyman is saying 3-0 to Man United. Jordan, this is what I like to see from you, bro. Participating in the chat, giving predictions instead of spamming. This is what I like. This is what I love. You know what I'm saying? Dom Juju will make Fulham win. What Juju are you talking about? Look, I don't know if Ryan, big up to Ryan, I don't know if he noticed this. But ever since I started doing previews with Ryan on his channel, Liverpool have not won a single game. Every game that Ryan and I preview for Liverpool, they have not won. And we have done 4 videos, and they have not won a single game. So maybe the whole Juju thing is correct. Maybe you're correct with that. So maybe I need to relay that to Ryan and say, hey, Ryan, do you realize that the last 4 times we did a video, Liverpool didn't win? You need to stop doing videos with me. You really, really need, you really need to stop doing videos on Liverpool with me. You know what I'm saying? So Fulham, Man United, I'm going to write that down. 3-0 win to United. I'm writing down all my predictions so I could actually have reference. Okay, guys. So big up to everybody in here. What is Triller saying? Dupe, if he's injured, Bernardo or Foden need to step up to fill that void. Okay. United away form is just too good. Yes, I agree with that. So we won't stay forever on United. Fulham. United would win this game, in my opinion. And if you guys want some type of insight on the last 10 times these two teams have met in games dating from 2019 all the way back to 2011, there was one FA Cup game sprinkled in between that they played in 2013, and Man United won that game 4-1. Fulham has only managed to pick up a single draw back in 2014, and that was a 2-2 draw. That was a 2-2 draw. Let me see if there's any survivors. Yes, David De Gea featured in that game for Man United. There was Chris Smalling in defense, Nemanja Vidic. There was Raphael at right back. One Mata. Damn. Mata. Yo. Mata is still at United. That's crazy. That's 2014. Mata has to be the, oh man, Mata is flying hard under the radar. Why does he stay at United if he hardly plays though? He's 32 years old. He hardly plays. Let me see when his contract expires. One Mata contract. Yeah, his contract expires at the end of the season, and there's an option for a further year. He last extended in June of 2019. Would he take up that extra year at 32? He's doing nothing at the club. You know what I mean? Maybe to play Europa League again. I don't know. The way they're playing, they will get Champions League, but that was just a joke. But I think Juan Mata should actually leave, go back to Spain. You know, he actually left Valencia, play for Chelsea, and he actually went from Real Madrid youth team to Valencia. I don't think he'll be going back to Real Madrid. And the way things are at Valencia right now, I don't think he's going to go there either. But he did, come in from Chelsea to United for a 44.73 million euro fee, maybe plus add-ons too. So United paid a lot for him, and they're squeezing all the money they can out of him. There was Robin Van Persie, who scored in that game. Mata picked up an assist. Michael Carrick, who is part of the Man United setup these days, coaching setup, actually scored in that game. Darren Bent, the journeyman, scored for Fulham. And Lewis Holtby, who is still around somewhere, I think, in the championship right now. Lewis Holtby, he's actually at Blackburn, was playing in Germany for some time, assisted that Steve Sidwell goal. But there is actually nobody left. There was actually Dan Burn, now at Brighton, was actually in defense the last time Fulham got a result, and it was just nobody's left. Guess what? Scott Parker was on the bench in that game. Scott Parker was on the bench. I didn't watch this game. I didn't watch too much Premier League football back then either. For real. Actually, what is this? 2014? Yeah. Yeah, I was watching I thought it was 2012, to be honest. 2014, I was actually living on my own there. You know what I'm saying? I was living on my own in 2014. That was the year my wife started living with me. But that was February. I was still living by myself. The little amount of time I got to ever live on my own while in America. I actually live on my own for a year and 8 months. That's 20 months. And then my wife came, and that was a wrap. R.I.P. freedom. R.I.P. So from 2014 to today, I've been living with my wife. Just for some insight on my life, the fabulous life of Dominic Rich. But we will move on to the next game, though. So all the best, Man United. All the best, Fulham. I will be tuning into all these games, I think. Let me make sure there's no clash here. 3:15 on Wednesday. Okay, that sounds good. So we have a game here to talk about. We will talk about the Villa Newcastle game in today's live stream, but let us talk about the Man City versus Aston Villa game. Then we will touch on the Liverpool Burnley. But let's talk about Man City versus Aston Villa. Again, I like to say big up to everybody watching the live stream right about now. I do appreciate everybody who are in here right now. Definitely. If you don't think I appreciate you watching, all 40-something of y'all, I do. I don't mind the intimate setting, 40 plus people. The comments are not going crazy. I know sometimes you guys may tune into other channels and you see there's 1,000 people in the live stream or there's 500 people. But look, we're building a thing. We're getting into the habit of live streaming more often, and it will continue to grow. You know what I mean? This is not a topic that excites a lot of people. If there's a big topic and we're talking about it, then yeah, new people would come through. But this is, this is good. This is good. At least everybody would get their comment read out when there's only 40 plus people in here right now. And it's all about consistency and dedication. I said I'm going to show up today, and here I am. So, yeah, big game. Man City versus Aston Villa. Postponed match from match week 1. And the reason why this match wasn't played is because both Man City and Man United got a little extension because of their participation in, Europe. United didn't win anything, but City didn't win anything either. So we're going to have to go all the way back to match week 1 to get this game. Man City versus Aston Villa. So right now, City is second. And they are the only team in the Premier League to have won their last 5 games. And to make matters worse, City have not only won their last 5 games, but they have won their last 8 in all competitions, including that win in the FA Cup against Birmingham and that 2-0 win against Man United in the EFL Cup semi-final. So that is very, very important to mention. You could also throw in the EFL Cup quarterfinal 4-1 win against Arsenal to just cap that off. Last time we drew a game was against West Brom and against Man United. So if you want the last time City actually lost a game, you have to go all the way back to the 21st of November. That's a long time ago. That's 2 months ago. 2 months ago, Man City last got defeated. And if you want the previous time we got defeated, you got to go all the way back to the 27th of September. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? 27 de septiembre. You got to go all the way back to September. City have only lost 2 games all season. 2. Just think about that. Think about that. Who's the best team in England right now? It is Man City. Unbeaten in the FA Cup. Well, 1 game. Unbeaten in the Carabao Cup all the way to the final. Unbeaten in the Champions League. 2 Premier League losses. Only 2 L's all season. Only 2. Look around and see how many games the other teams have lost. Just look around. You see what I mean? So, we don't even need to get into that debate. But look, let's talk about this game, man. City versus Aston Villa. This game will be played at the Etihad Stadium, and Aston Villa have not played for some time. The last time they played, it was against Liverpool, where they had to field their under-23 team. Right now, Villa are 11th. They have only played a total of 15 Premier League games. 15. While other teams have played 19, 18, a few have 17. But they have a whopping 4 games in hand, and they got 26 points. So let's say Villa go and win all those games in hand to go up to 19 matches halfway through the season. That's 12 points. It would take them up to 38 points. That won't be a bad return. That won't be that bad. They would be high. They would be top. They would actually be top 4 if they win all 4 of those games. But that is only, that is just a projection. That is just a projection. So Villa with 8 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 5 losses this season have been in very, very good form. They did, however, lose their last Premier League game, 4 goals to not 4 goals to, that was against Liverpool. 2 goals to 1 against Man United. They lost their FA Cup game against Liverpool. That was a youth team. They drew to Chelsea. They beat Palace. They beat West Brom. They drew to Burnley. They beat Wolves. They lost to West Ham, and so on and so forth. So the thing about Villa, and this is something key to actually mention about Aston Villa, guys. How match sharp would Aston Villa be? How match sharp would Aston Villa be coming into this game? That's a very, very important thing to mention, the match sharpness. While for Man City, listen, they're sharper than a samurai's sword. Sharper than a samurai sword. Sharper than a razor blade. I'm like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my size? I'm dangerous. Dangerous. You see what I'm saying? We're sharp. Really, really sharp. You see what I mean? We already went into the stats and everything and the record this season and everything, and we are second in the table. 35 points. We're at a very good position right now. And psychologically, the team are in a very, very good state, mentally and physically. Even though we have a few players still suffering with a little niggle here and there, Aguero not at full fitness. I don't really know what's going on with Laporte because John Stones have been so exquisite. Diaz have been awesome. And I don't know, like, look, right about now, like, I love that Laporte is still in the team for assurance purposes. And when we have Champions League and the other cup games, or he could be, there could be a rotation here and there. But you don't really want to break up a successful center-back partnership. And that's why Pep has been persisting with Stones and Diaz. And it has worked to great effect. But we could do without Mendy, seriously. Seriously, with João Cancelo playing so well, with Kyle Walker always playing well. And Zinchenko has filled in very well at left back whenever he features. So we could do without Mendy. I would love to see Aguero. I would dearly love, if we're playing this well, I would so love to see Aguero fit for, like, I don't know if Pep Guardiola, guys, is actually just letting Aguero get to like a fitness level and let him develop his strength to a point where when he is fit, he is fit and he could play out the last half of the season. That could be something. Gabriel Jesus needs a few goals under his belt, but the guys have been playing well. Mahrez needs to get his act together. Foden has been playing well. Sterling, sometimes he plays so good, other times he misses sitters. Kevin De Bruyne, best midfielder in the world. Best midfielder in the world. Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not going to even get into no debate right now. You see what I mean? Gundogan, oh my God. Oh my God. This guy, back in good form. Back in good form again. Rodri. People have not been impressed by Rodri. But still playing okay. Still playing well. Not the best, but there's always Fernandinho. You see what I mean? Did I mention Phil Foden? This team is just damn good right now. Edison. This team is damn good. This look. For a Villa team who has not played a game for a very long time, they will be well rested. Don't get me wrong. They will be well rested. The last time they played was the first of the month. First of the month. So they have about 3 weeks to rest. Players got COVID-19 and whatnot. Guys could recover from their little injuries. Are they going to be match sharp? Are they going to be sharp enough to handle this very, very, very well-oiled, well-greased, conditioned Manchester City team, both mentally and physically? Are they going to be good enough to deal with City? It is going to be very, very difficult. It is going to be very difficult, my people. It is going to be difficult. So the last 10 meetings between Villa and City, Villa have only won one single game. A single game. One game. One game. One game. That's crazy. That is crazy. And they did win that game at Villa Park. They did win the game at Villa Park. Last season, guys in here, you're talking, City did a double. A 6-1 win at Villa Park and a 3-0 win at the Etihad Stadium. Okay? You want more info? 2-1 win. Carabao Cup final. You guys could remember that one. 4-0. 2 games before that. 0-0 draw back in 2015. City has just been smashing Villa all over the place. Whether they have Grealish or Traore or El Ghazi, El Mohammedi, Trezeguet. They have some nice names. They have some nice names. You know what I'm saying? They have been playing some good football too. Ollie Watkins. We ain't going to see no 7-2. It ain't going to be 7-2. It ain't going to be 7-2. City are beating Villa. If we lose to Villa, who are not match sharp, I would be so surprised. Even a draw. Emi Martinez, be prepared to get peppered in goal. Tyrone Ming. Would he be available for this game? Would Tyrone Mings be available for this game? Because, you know, he always picks up a red card here and there, yellow card accumulation here and there. You know what I mean? So we got to be very careful with Jack Grealish fouling him in some, you know, dangerous areas of the field. You got to be very, very careful of that. You know, a guy like El Ghazi could step up and put the ball in the back of the net. So we got to be careful. You got to be careful. So in 40 Premier League matches between these two teams, Man City has 24 wins, Villa has 7, 9 draws. At home, Villa has only 2 wins in 20 games and 2 draws. City got 16 wins. So look, man. Look, man. Look, Ademola, look, man. Pep Guardiola has played 3 games against Villa, 3 wins. 3 games, 3 wins. Dean Smith against City, 3 games, 3 losses. Against Pep, 3 games, 3 losses. It's not happening. Dean Smith knows this. He knows this. They're just showing up because of formality. You got to show up. You got to show up. He's going to show up. You know what I mean? They're going to come, play the game, take the L, and bounce. On to the next game. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come, show up, take the L, bounce. On to the next game. You get what I'm saying? So in this match, though, City coming off of a brilliant 4-0 win against Crystal Palace. And I could see another maul in here against Aston Villa. I could see another beat down here against Villa. I'm confident here. If Villa was playing and they didn't take this 3-week break because of COVID-19, maybe I would have been, you know what, they have a chance to pick up a draw here. But Villa are losing this game, guys. United just beat Villa. Liverpool just beat Villa. Well, that's the cup game, but still. You know what I mean? Like, look, my prediction here, I'm not going to go for a crazy scoreline, but I'm going to say 3-0. We haven't been conceding any goals. So I can't give Villa no goals in this game. They do have goals in them, but I just can't. Best defense in the league, by far. The next best defense, Aston Villa, but they do, you know, they played 15 games. They have 16 goals conceded. But for Man City, best defense in the league. Best defense. And I won't be surprised if sooner rather than later, we end up getting the best attack. You see what I'm saying? you see what I mean? So I'm going to go for a 3-0 win here. 3-0 win to City. What's your predictions? Let me know in the chat right about now. So Naz Kabir, what up? He says, I can't see Villa getting a draw. Even Grealish, Watkins, and Ghazi on fire. We have, you know, Ricky Swift, the delusional bias by some of the City fans on here is a mad thing. Well, I don't think it's delusional bias, bro. I think City have been playing very well, and these guys are confident, and they go in for City to win the game. You see what I mean? We're not coming up against a Tottenham that we lost to. We're not coming up against Liverpool that we drew against, and we know have the capabilities to beat us. We're coming up against a Villa. Look at what we did to Chelsea. Look at what we did to United recently in the cup. Was a strong United team. We smashed them. Something that Liverpool weren't able to do recently. You see what I'm saying? And by the way, Liverpool do have United again this Sunday. I think I might just do FA Cup predictions once someday in the week. I just might. I just might go live to do FA Cup predictions. But look. I don't know what 11 Pep's going to put out, but I know he's going to put out a strong 11. I expect to see Edison in goal, Diaz Stones again. I won't be surprised if Pep actually plays Cancelo and rests Walker. I won't be surprised if he does that. Recently, Pep played Walker as a center back too, and I think that was a cup game. So Pep, man, 50th birthday. Pep, he's entering into some, his golden age. You know what I mean? And I think Pep has transformed his style to adapt to the situation right now. He got figured out last season, and Pep is a man, he does not like to get figured out, and he's coming this season with a different style that people are like, oh boy, I don't even know what's going to go on here. I don't know if he's going to play a traditional striker or if he's going to have the traditional striker on the field and play him out left. I don't even know what's going on. They have Ilkay Gundogan in there. We don't even know where he's playing. Kevin De Bruyne, always a threat. Phil Foden, always a threat. Mahrez, you don't know if he's going to work some magic. Sterling, always a threat. Ferran Torres, he is a threat every time he's on the field. Bernardo, listen, man, how the hell could anybody actually, in their right minds, think Villa could actually beat us? That's why I was telling Obi, you're joking. You have to be joking here. You got to be joking. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. And that's where I'm going to leave that one. 3-0. While we are on Villa, let's just talk about their game that's coming up on the weekend against Newcastle. Let's talk about that one. So Aston Villa versus Newcastle, that would be a home game for them. We know what's going on with Newcastle United right about now. They're not in very, very good form. And, it's a kind of difficult game to analyze here because we don't know what's going to happen with Villa versus City. But whatever happens, Villa would still fancy their chances of beating Newcastle. Right? Right? We know this. I fancy Villa over Newcastle right now. I do. I want to actually pull up the stats. I want to pull up the stats for this game. Villa versus Newcastle. This would be a replay. This would be a postponed game. It would be a makeup match. And I want to, let me see which match week was this actually brought forward from. Villa versus Newcastle. This one, let me see. Villa versus Newcastle. I have to actually find which match week this one was brought forward from. This was brought forward from match week 11. So let me go down to match week 11 and find that fixture. Okay, Villa versus Newcastle, match week 11. So all-time Premier League results here. So 46 games, 22 wins for Newcastle, and 9 wins for Aston Villa, 15 draws. So rich history in the Premier League. At home, Villa versus Newcastle, 23 games, 7 wins, 8 losses, and 8 draws. So it's spread all over the place, man. It's spread all over the place. So this one could go anyway. This one could go any way. But look, would Villa need to bounce back after the loss against City? Would they be, on a high after a win against City? Or would they just, feel like, they could take their draw into this game and pick up a win? We don't know what's going to happen against City, but I'm predicting a win here for Man City. Definitely predicting a win here for Man City. So this one we don't need to talk too much about, but Steve Bruce, he has 26 games against Aston Villa, 11 losses, 7 draws, 8 wins. Against Dean Smith, he has only won 1 game out of 8, 4 losses and 3 draws. So Dean Smith got a good record, very, very good record against Steve Bruce, and a decent record against Newcastle with 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. So for this game, though, irregardless of the result against City, I'm going to go with, oh man, this one is difficult. Would Newcastle lose again? You know what I'm saying? Are Newcastle going to lose again, or are they going to get their act together? They have some days to rest and train. You could only get better with training. You could only fix what's wrong on the field with training, conditioning, and with more will to actually succeed. So I'm actually going to predict this one to end in a draw. Because hear this, the last 10 meetings between these two teams, there has been quite a bit of draws in there. There have been 5 draws. 5. This is 5 draws. 5 draws. Newcastle have 4 wins, and Villa have only defeated Newcastle once since 2013. Between 2013 and 2020, Villa got 1 win against Newcastle. So I'm going to say a draw for Newcastle here. You know what I mean? I'm going to say a draw. And that win for Villa came last season. It came last season. And the draw 1-1 after Project Restart. So I'm going to go for a draw here. I'm going to say another 1-1 draw. Newcastle don't have a lot of goals in them. Guys like Callum Wilson got to step up. You have a Carroll, if he features, got to step up. Joel Linton, damn sure needs to step up. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And this is going to bring us to the final game today for today's video, for today's prediction video. This is going to be the final game. So let me just write down these last 2 predictions here. Man City, Aston Villa, 3-0. We got Aston Villa, Newcastle United, a 1-1. So we got Liverpool versus Burnley. Liverpool, Burnley. Oh, man. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. And once again, big up to everybody watching right now. We got 40 people in the house and we got 51 likes. So thanks to everybody who smashed the thumbs up button. I think, we got a like goal. We don't have a like goal, but 50 is a nice round figure. You know what I mean? That's a very nice round figure. So Liverpool versus Burnley FC. What's it gonna be, man? What is it gonna be? All right, before we get into this one, let me take a breather, and you guys are gonna let me know your thoughts on the Liverpool-Burnley game. Let me see what you guys are actually saying here. We have Naskabe saying Haaland's dad did play for City. That is correct. We have Dupe asking if I'm doing a FIFA stream today. Dupe, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know yet. And we got what else we have here? B2K Julian is saying Haaland is City player. Chelsea, like they want everyone, and where the F they get in the money. Yeah, I've been seeing the links. That Chelsea's gonna put in a bid for Erling Haaland. And it's true, like you bought Werner, you bought Havertz, you have Abraham, you have Giroud. I know Giroud could be on his way out, you know what I mean, and everything. And Abraham always, iffy over there. It could, I don't know, man. Chelsea. Like, just stick to what you have right now and try to make it work. You want to spoil Haaland too? You want to go in and buy Haaland and spoil him too? Like, look, to be honest, City needs a striker, and I would dearly love if City go in for Haaland. I would love it. I would love it. So, guys, let's talk about Liverpool and Burnley right now, man. Let's wrap things up. We're 1 hour 34 minutes in. Liverpool versus Burnley. This is a big game. This is a big game. This is a big game in the context of the title defense. Liverpool, astonishingly, after 18 games, are currently 4th in the league. So the Liverpool fans can't hit us back with, oh, at least, you say we're not playing well. We don't have no defenders, but we are top of the table. You can't say that no more. You can't use that anymore. You're not top of the table anymore. You're not top of the table anymore. You could fall very, 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 very deep into the table. Because if Liverpool continue their rotten form where they have not win a single game in the last 4 games and they have not been scoring any goals in the last 4 games, they would be in some trouble. 0-0 against United, 1-0 against Southampton, 0-0 against Newcastle. That's 0 goals in 3 games. That's 1 goal in 4 games. They did score 7 against Crystal Palace, but that was the last time they won a game, and they did defeat Tottenham. But before the Tottenham game, they were in a bit of trouble, and I kept talking about this, and nobody would listen to me. That 1-1 draw against Fulham, the 1-1 draw against Midtjylland, where Diego Jota picked up that injury and Salah played a whole 99 minutes and everything, and Trent Alexander-Arnold played, and he was dog shit in the game. I kept talking about that. But Liverpool had just defeated Wolves 4-0. That was a really, really good win. That was some of the best football that Liverpool played this season. Scraped a 1-0 win over Ajax. Drew 1-1. Drew 1-1 against Brighton. Lost to Atalanta. Defeated Leicester, but drew 1-1 against City. You see that? You see? So, look, ever since the City 1-1 draw, back in November 8th, right? Liverpool have dropped points in this amount of game. Let's start from the City game. 1-1 against City. That's 1. 2-0 loss at Anfield against Atalanta. That's 2. Brighton 1-1. That's 3. Midtjylland 1-1. That's 4. Fulham 1-1. That's 5. West Brom, Newcastle, Southampton, and Man United. That is 9 games. From November 8th to now, 9 games. Okay? 9 games Liverpool have dropped points in since the 1-1 draw to City. How many games have been won since November? Defeated Leicester. Let's talk about the positives here, not only the negatives. Defeated Leicester. Defeated Wolves. Defeated Ajax. That's 3. Defeated Tottenham. Defeated Palace. That's 5. You defeated Aston Villa's U team. Pardon me. That's 6. So out of 15 games since November, Liverpool have won 6 and dropped points in 9. Are you with me? Are you with me? I know you're with me. I know you're with me. Too many draws. Too many draws. Few losses sprinkled in between there. Not a lot of losses, but a few. They'd lose to Atalanta and they'd lose to Southampton. And those were I think that's the only 2 losses, the 2 losses sprinkled in there. But man, a lot of times a draw feels like a loss, man. As a top team, I'm never satisfied with a draw, man, unless I'm playing another top team. I'm never satisfied with a draw. Liverpool needs to get their act together big time, man. I keep saying this to Ryan. And guys, you can't believe. I'm not going to let you know. It's a private conversation that Ryan and I had this morning. You can't believe what Ryan said to me, man. Oh, man, he said the unthinkable. I couldn't believe what he was saying to me. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what Ryan was saying. I'm like, Ryan, really? This is what you're saying to me? Okay, gotcha. I told you. Told you so. Told you. But look, Liverpool versus Burnley, man. Not like Burnley have been in very good form. They haven't. Burnley have not been in good form. So this is the right team for them to play. Or are they the right team for them to play? Because guess what? The last time these two teams met, it was a 1-1 draw at Anfield. You see what I'm saying? Liverpool had practically won the title already, but Burnley were able to scrape out a 1-1 draw. So that has to be in the back of Liverpool's mind. It has to be. And Liverpool put out a decent 11. Gomez, Van Dijk, Alisson, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Mane, Firmino, Salah, Curtis Jones, Nico Williams, Trent Alexander-Arnold came off the bench. Oxlade-Chamberlain came off the bench. It was a strong 11. Rodriguez scored in this game. Burnley going to come back with the same set of players. Chris Wood, Ashley Barnes, you know what I'm saying? Dwight McNeil, Eric Peters, Westwood, Brownhill. All these guys are going to come back. Nick Pope in goal. Tarkowski and me at the back. These guys are not easy to break down. These guys are not easy to break down. They look. They have lost their last 2 games, but guess what? They lost by 1-0. Just the moment in the game they switched off and they lost the game. 9th-minute goal against West Ham, and then that was it. But they did get most of the ball in that game. So they lost, but it wasn't that ugly. A loss is a loss, but it wasn't that ugly. Against United, they didn't play too badly. They didn't play too badly either. It took a 71st minute goal by Paul Pogba. I think that was that deflected. It took a wonder goal by Paul Pogba. That was a brilliant volley for them to actually get something out the game. So Burnley are going to be a very, very tricky opposition here. They're going to be a very tricky opposition. They are. They are. In the last 10, they have 1 win against Liverpool. I don't expect them to win. I don't expect them to win the game, to be honest. They do have 2 draws and 7 losses. I don't expect them to win the game. But Liverpool have to be very, very careful that this Burnley team go to Anfield and scrape a draw. Klopp's record against Burnley reads 8 games, 5 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. You see? See what I'm telling you? And Liverpool are in a vulnerable situation right now where they could drop points again. Sean Dyche has not had a lot of success against Liverpool nor against Klopp. But Liverpool are, yet again I say this, in a vulnerable situation. All-time Premier League results. Burnley has only 1 win against Liverpool in 12 games, 2 draws, and they do have 9 L's at Anfield. In 6 games, they were able to scrape out 2 draws. That's a decent record for a team like Burnley with the caliber of players they have to their disposal. While for Liverpool, superstars, 1 player on this Liverpool team could actually make up the entire market value of all the Burnley players. You see what I'm saying? That's the disparity here between these 2 teams. It is that crazy. You see what I'm saying? It is that ridiculous. And if you want an example, according to Transfermarkt, which is a player evaluation website, Burnley entire squad is evaluated at 152.08 million euros, while Liverpool are evaluated at 1.11 billion euros. You hear me? Or you hearing me? While Liverpool have a younger squad than Burnley, we know this. And Burnley have just a lot of bits and pieces players. I'm not going to go as far as to say that they are mediocre players, but they are not that good. But they know how to play as a unit. They play well as a unit. Where they lack very great individual skill, they play well as a unit. There's also some very good individuals in there as well. Nick Pope in goal is very, very good. But how are Burnley going to score against Liverpool? How are they going to exploit Liverpool makeshift defense? Is it going to be from a set piece? Is it going to be from a throw-in maybe? Are they going to catch Liverpool sleeping? Burnley is not a team with a lot of pace, with the exception of maybe Dwight McNeil or the youngster Brownhill. They're not a pacey team. So they would have to depend on these set plays. You know what I mean? A corner here and there, or free kick, long balls over the defense, holding up the play, having somebody running behind. It is going to be difficult to break down Liverpool. So, look, my instinct is telling me Liverpool has to win this game. Salah, Mane, Firmino, one of them has to come good. One of them has to come good. Salah, Mane, or Firmino has to come good. But if you look back at the all-time, top goal-scoring players in this fixture, Firmino do have 4 goals against Burnley. Mane has 4. But Salah is not on the list right here. Salah is not on the list. So that could be something to think about. That could be something to actually think about. You know what I'm saying? Transfers between the two teams. The most notable was Danny Ings from Burnley to Liverpool. That is the most notable one. And there has been John Flanagan from Liverpool to Burnley back in 2016. And we haven't heard much of Flanagan at Burnley at all. So look. It is hard to actually predict anything for Burnley here. Even though they got a win, not a win, a draw. That felt like a win, right? Even though they got a draw last season, it is hard. Liverpool has to bounce back in this game. If Liverpool do not beat Burnley, let me say this right now. Let me just make this clear right now before I wrap up today's live stream. If Liverpool does not, I don't know why I still have this comment on the screen, but if Liverpool does not defeat Burnley, they can kiss the title goodbye. They can kiss it goodbye. They could just kiss the title goodbye. They could call the title and hang up the phone right away. Bye. Seriously. Because you get 1 point. Look. We go back to the table again. Let's go back to the table. Let's go back to the table. Let's go back. Look, if you, Liverpool, lose this game or even pick up 1 point here, at halfway through the season, you would have got 35 points. 35 points, 35 points. You would be behind Leicester for sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. Leicester do play Chelsea. Let's see what happened in that game. Let's say Leicester pick up a draw against Chelsea. You would be behind Leicester. Let's say Tottenham win their game. Tottenham does not play this week, but Tottenham would have a game in hand. Let's say Tottenham win their game in hand, and let's say, Everton does have 17 games. Everton go and win their games. Liverpool could drop down to about 6th. That's what's going on right now. That is what's at stake right now. Halfway through the season, 6th. It will be very difficult to climb from 6th all the way up to the top spot and defend the title. The front 3 got to score. The defenders are going to do what they could do. Robertson, Trent, if Henderson and Fabinho play again, they're going to do what they have to do. Alisson is in goal. He's a rock. Burnley are going to find it hard to score. We know this. Liverpool would have most of the ball. Are they going to actually take the damn chances? Are they going to take the chances? That's going to be the biggest talking point. How good are Burnley going to be? How much are they going to repel this Liverpool team? We know they're resilient. We know they're gritty. But are they going to show up on the day and do that? Nick Pope, very good shot stopper. Whether Mane, Salah, Firmino get those shots off, or if a Thiago or Wijnaldum or whoever else plays get a good shot off, a Trent or a Robertson, are they going to be able to beat Nick Pope? They have to take those, you know, they get these corners. They have to deliver them properly. They have to get a head on them, a Fabinho. You see what I mean? Somebody got to come to the party, man. Salah has to step up. Firmino, we know he has to step up. Is Klopp going to actually do any type of rotation? Are we going to see a Minamino? We're going to see a Divock Origi maybe, or Oxlade-Chamberlain. Who knows? Liverpool are missing Diego Jota big time. If you had Jota, you have that element of surprise where you know they got that spark, and if the front three ain't clicking, you know Jota could do something. So, look here. My prediction for this one, though, I have to make a call. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna say Liverpool win the game 2-0. You see, I'm predicted. Look, they have to bounce back 4 games, 1 goal. Liverpool has to bounce. If they don't bounce back in this game, it's over. 5 games, no wins. You listen. Remember when we were talking about Arsenal going about 8 games without a win? If Liverpool go 5 games without a win, they could kiss the title goodbye. 2-0 win to Liverpool. 2-0 win. 2-0 win. Liverpool are due for a win. I predict a squeaky bum 1-0 win for them at Anfield. Ooh, okay. Let me see what I got here in the comments. All right. Salah's heading to Real Madrid. Liverpool is going down. Look, let me say this right now. Let me mention something. If Liverpool fail to win the title this season, expect some people to move on. Gini Wijnaldum probably just looking and seeing what he wants to do. His time at Liverpool is winding down. I think Wijnaldum is going to Barcelona, according to what happens with Koeman. Because who knows, Koeman might get sacked before he even get a chance to make a decision. You know what I mean? So, I'm going for a 2-0 win to Liverpool. Liverpool, I ain't going to do you like that, man. You think I don't, I ain't going to do you like that. The thing is, let me tell you guys something. We got 38 people in here. Let me tell you guys something, right? Let me tell you something. Since Liverpool, you guys know I cover every Liverpool game. You know I cover every Liverpool game, right? Let me move this. You know I cover every Liverpool game. This is a known fact around YouTube. I talk about Liverpool games. I talk about City games. From time to time, I used to do other teams, but then I have this roundup that I do every week. So why? Why do I need to do individual videos on those other teams when nobody really watched the videos like that, So if I feel like it and I'm in the mood and I'm at the right place at the right time where I'm in the position to make a video, if I watch another game, I will. But apart from that, I won't. But when it comes to the City games and the Liverpool games, I make a video. That's the content strategy I've been, implementing for a long time. Whenever Liverpool win, I do well. The videos get really good views. Views equals subscribers. Views equals more revenue. Views, more views, the merrier. The more, the merrier. When City win, when City are doing well, expect the views to be very low. You know what I'm saying? City fans would come out and watch, here and there. But the videos don't do great. There's no City video on YouTube that does great. Esteem Company, City Extra, those two. Well, there's a few other guys that I see. This guy named Buvy, and then there's the JSCG guy. I think I'm saying his name right, or whatever, JSCG or JCGS, or however you say his name. Those are the bigger City channels. They don't get 20,000 views per video, win or what, when City are winning. But whenever City draw the game, views. Whenever we lose, tons of views. Because people like to see us lose. See what I'm saying? People like that negative stigma surrounding City. But whenever there's positivity, everybody scatter. For Liverpool now, when they're winning, the fans just, woo, yeah. Everybody eat it up, 20,000 views and more. Cha-ching, good money, good ad revenue. Everything's good. But since Liverpool have been in this slump, oh my God. I can't even hit 41,000 subs. I'm not making any money. So if people are out here thinking, oh, I'm happy that Liverpool are losing. Yeah, in the sense of the Premier League, yeah. And Man City could go on to win the title, yeah. But when it comes to my YouTube channel, I'm suffering when Liverpool lose, But to be honest, I would rather have it this way. I make less money on YouTube and Liverpool not do great and City surge. I would love that. As a City fan, I love that. I have to look for other means of making money on YouTube than the Liverpool videos. I have to. I have to start searching for other ways. You know what I mean? You see what I mean? Maybe I need to start talking about Man United more. You know what I mean? But yeah, you see what I'm saying? But Liverpool, the fans don't come. Like, I don't know if they watch the other channels, but not mine. Whenever Liverpool lose, they don't come to me. They don't come to me, you know what I'm saying? But guys, always remember that I'm not a Man City channel. You see what I'm saying? Remember that. This is not no Man City channel. This is a football channel. I do World Cup content. I do other type of content. I do football jerseys. I do, reaction sometimes. I'm just a football channel. I talk football because I like football. I'm glad I didn't have a Man City channel, because you think my numbers are low now? They would have been mopping the floors. But big up Obi, he says, pray for Liverpool wins because of cash. Definitely, Obi. Definitely. So I think this week is going to be a good week in terms of, revenue, because Liverpool are going to win. They haven't won in 4 games. Everybody's going to come out to celebrate the Burnley win. And, things are going to be on the up again. I'm going to be hitting 41K, you know what I mean, this Thursday. So congratulations. Yay. You know what I'm saying? Well, guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We have, thank goodness, this is a football channel filled with level-headed people. Yep, this is not a fan channel. And, this is not a Man City fan channel either. I'm happy I didn't went down that route. One time on my YouTube journey, I was making like a lot of Man City content, and I was heading towards making a Man City channel. Like, I was heading in that direction. And then I started noticing something. I'm like, where are the supporters here? Where are the supporters? There's crickets here. Whenever I make a video, crickets. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, uh-uh, mm-mm. So Bruno Fernandes lost possession 19 times. Then he completed passes 18 against Liverpool. Hall of Shame stat. Please highlight this like Trent own. Oh, nah. Because you know what? United didn't lose the game. You know, Trent and Liverpool lost the game when Trent gave away the ball 38 times. But guys, it's been real. We just hit 2 hours, and this is your boy Dominic Rich coming live again with more match week 18 predictions and a few more predictions sprinkled in between, like a week 1 fixture and a week 11 fixture where Aston Villa are making up some of their postponed matches. Expect me to be back sometime this week. Thursday morning, I want to go live. Maybe I'll do a rabbit hole show on Thursday morning. And then Friday, I'll probably come back with Ryan LFC to do match week 20. No, match week 18, the week 18 roundup, because Liverpool play late on Thursday. And on Thursdays, I do have my son with me, so I ain't going to do no roundup on Thursday evening. So look for the next live stream Thursday and Friday, okay? Big up to Mohammed Khalif, man. Appreciate it. Dropping £5. He is a Liverpool fan. He says Liverpool to win treble this year. And he is laughing. You know, it's good to have confidence in your team, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe in a FIFA career mode, you win the treble with Liverpool. But matter of fact, you never know. Liverpool are still in the Champions League, still in the Premier League, still in the FA Cup. They do play United, though. For all the Liverpool fans in here, how do you fancy your chances against United in the FA Cup? That game would be at Old Trafford, so it would be like a reverse fixture from the one you just played to a 0-0 draw. How do you fancy your chances in that cup? Because Liverpool, they got to come full strength in that cup. And with them playing on Thursday, Man United playing on Wednesday, and even if Man United played on Friday and they play on Sunday, Man United would come hard in the cup. United would come hard in the cup. United are going to come hard for that cup game. Liverpool, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Seriously, with that cup game, I don't know. Because they play Burnley on Thursday, play United on Sunday, and they have Tottenham during the week. Oh, my God. Oh, man, these are some tough games. They play Tottenham at the spanking brand new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium too. So look, we'll be back. I appreciate everybody who turned up. I appreciate everybody who dropped super chats. I appreciate everybody who got involved in the comments and everybody who smashed the thumbs up button. So from your boy Dominic Rich, until next time, I like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad. Appreciate ya.